The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. With the echoes of Cannon Blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone. The Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the San Francisco 49ers.
Mitch Wishnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowski to get things going. And off we go from Tampa. Oh, good return up past the 30. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Now they're on 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Brady now to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they're going to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 42 yards. And the Bucs have taken a 1st quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted, was it audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Extra point put through by Succa, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Pinion with a kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Raheem Mostert, the local product from right here in Florida. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady game.
On 2nd down, Mostert. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first down run there by Mostert as he'll get this forward for a gain of about 3.
Ball on the stop. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Buccaneers' 27-yard line.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And a nice run there, going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs' 20-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Never
A
change.
stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
If I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. Go quickly and attack him, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Mostert. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. And so when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
31-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
49ers 6.
There at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Switching gears for a second. Look, Charles, we know it's part of the game, but injuries, again, a big story in Week 5. Most notably, of course, Dak Prescott. Pretty severe ankle injury that's going to keep him out the remainder of the season. And that's really just the latest in what has been a tough year already. Gosh, you could probably build an all-pro team, Charles, with some of the guys who have gone down.
Yeah, an all-pro team and of course a Pro Bowl team, because you're talking about names like Saquon Barkley with the New York Giants, Cortland Sutton with Denver, Marlon Mack, Indianapolis, Nick Bosa, San Francisco, all of them injuries that have them lost for the year. Michael Thomas got hurt in the season opener with New Orleans. We haven't seen him since. Nick Chubb with Cleveland on IR. Christian McCaffrey with Carolina. They've all missed significant time, so it's been a tough year for injuries. Some teams are playing around them better than others, and we'll see how it goes the rest of the year, but we wish all these guys who are hurt a speedy recovery.
His incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
I seen it like that, but then I'm like, they gonna get on him because the defense, I'm saying get on him.
And he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up with touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to him until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is up to 8.
49ers 6.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, San Francisco.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Down at the 30.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
He'll have another first down and more. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers move back within a couple of the lead. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
And I'm congratulating that. But man, she had an ass so fast you couldn't call her when she killed him. It seems to me she had the ball.
Mitch Wishnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Bucks take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Brady gives this one off to Jones. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Shotgun now for Brady. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do go for it. It's Brady. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. He cannot wiggle free. They stopped him at the line on 4th down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mostert. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. This is Mostert. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. A short kick taken at the 18. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jaquiski Tart. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
A I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary playing a normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
On the play. Brings up third down.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Here's Mostert. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
First down, San Francisco.
On first and 10, it's Mostert. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
A handoff running left is Mostert. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, 49ers.
Now a give to Mostert running right. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
First and goal, San Francisco.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
Buccaneers 14.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fields this way up at the 17. A good-looking return set up here.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Brady. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Brady's pass there, complete to Gronkowski. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Buccaneers 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Buccaneers 14.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now McCoy. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts them in better shape here for 2nd and goal.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got them into the end zone.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones taking it in. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and got the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further.
30. Buccaneers 22. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 22-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the 49er first down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
14.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards. So 1st and goal. 6 points here would go a long way. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
San Francisco.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
He got home, which means there had to be good coverage, just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Fields this way up at the 17. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Brady now on 1st down. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's got room. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller, 49 yards. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point put through by Succa. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10. At the
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
touchdown.
Raheem Mostert, 30 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. Garoppolo. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
From midfield, here's Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Chris Godwin, 50 yards! And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation. Yeah. Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Number 2.
To throw is Garoppolo, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. One final try now for Brady. And that will be incomplete. as time has run out on this football game.
Good game, man.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them all day.
Just dapping up like they won.
When they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
It's embarrassing to go 3 touchdowns at the end like that, though.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Tampa.
What time it do? 1:36. 380. 397. Hello.